Hello, defense aspirants. This is Akash from OFFTRACK NOMADS. So, welcome back to our channel. So these many days we were seeing the English series for AFCAT. So, for AFCAT, we were seeing the mock test 1, 2, marathon 1 and 2, and the strategy 2. So, you all know that your AFCAT exam is just over and you guys are waiting for results. But there is one more examination, which is a very, very important examination awaiting for the defense aspirants. That is your combined defense service examination. Right? So in this video, which is going to be a first video in this English series for CDS, where we will be seeing the strategy to cover the CDC examination English part in just 2 months. Exactly. You got it right. Right? So without wasting much time, we'll dwell into the video. We will see what is the strategy which you can use it, which will help you definitely crack your CDC examination English part in just 2 months. So do watch this video and learn from this. Right? So before going to the main word, the OFFTRACK NOMADS is going to start our next. We are starting the class course. You all know that we're just 60 days left for your CDC 1 2026. And we are going to start the class course. The class course, this cost is just 1,199. And what is you will get? You can ask me, sir, what is the one which will I get this class course? From Monday to Thursday, you'll get the recorded lectures, and Friday and Saturday will be the live classes based on the subject which was handled in the last 1 week. So you'll have a direct interaction with the staff. You'll get all your doubts cleared. Not only that, regular test on Sundays, which will be in accordance to the actual examination of your CDC examination, right? And not only that, in addition to that, you'll have your daily English and quant assignments coming up too in the WhatsApp group, which will be created for you guys. So do not wait. The seats are open. Do call us and join for the course, right? And in addition to that, we again, for CDC 1 2026, only for OTA, the charge is just 1,499. The previous slide for OTA, so it was for IMA, AFA, and INA. And this course is only for the OTA, where you all guys know that your general studies and your English will be covered. So the total cost for this course will be 1,499, right? So this also includes Monday to Thursday recorded lectures, Friday and Saturday live classes, and regular test on Sundays. So for this also, the admissions are open. So as I said, this is a limited course one. So do call us and get your seats booked. And if you are AFCAT aspirants, we are going to start our next batch for AFCAT 2 2026 because 1 2026 is over. The next batch for AFCAT is going to start on 2nd of March 2026. And the total cost for this course will be just 3,499. As usual, these features are Monday to Thursday, the live recorded classes, and Friday and Saturday will be live class with the concerned faculties. So where you can get your doubts cleared. And not only that, regular test on Sundays, the mock test, which will be in accordance with the AFCAT standard. And those who clear your written examination, you are getting 50% off for your SSB coaching. And not only that, one more thing, an additional 25% off for all the NCC cadets in our coaching classes, right? So don't waste your time. The admissions are open. Do contact us and get your seats registered. So let's drill into the main part of the video. That is the strategy where you can crack your CDC English part in just 2 months. So first of all, the main important thing, I'll keep it very crisp and short. You should know the examination. There are many cadets, before knowing the examination, they go straight away on the examination hall and attend the exam. I know one of my students, I asked him that he was preparing for his Central Armed Police Force examination. And when I asked him how many questions are there, he was just saying, I think it is 200. No, I think it is 100. No. So it's just 125 questions. So first of all, you should know you should know the examination, right? You know that for English, it is just 120 questions. You know that it is just 120 questions with 100 marks in it. This concept, you should know it first. And you should understand and know why English is very important for clearing your CDC examination. Because I'll keep it very simple. English is all about your understanding skill. It is not like your geography or history or chemistry, where you should know about facts and figures, where you should be remembering about who found this, who found that, or theories. It is all about your understanding skill. For example, John surprisingly dashed Sita. So the phrasal verb which should add up into that is ran into. So for this, you should have a basic understanding skill. That's it. It should be ran into. You should have a basic understanding skill to this part. So my dear friends, kindly remember that English is all about your understanding skill rather than knowing other part. And as I said, it is only about your understanding skill. Out of 100, if we are able to get 80 plus score here, if you're able to get 80 plus score here, and in your GK part, if you're scoring just to 60, let's keep it 60 out of 100, or let's keep it 50. Let's keep it 50 or the worst case. So how many marks? 130, sir. So what is the cutoff for OTA, sir? It is just from 100 to 110. So you already crossed your cutoff with highest mark or with flying colors. And with mathematics, if you're scoring, let's say 40, the minimum marks, you're just passing the mathematics cutoff. So how much, sir? It is 170. So what was the last time cutoff for IMA? It was around 130, 132. So you're more than your cutoff, and clearing a SSP will definitely put you on the merit list. Because one thing you need to remember, that English is all about your comprehension skill. You don't need to remember anything about your theories or facts and figures or who found that or who found this. So that part makes it very clear that English is all about your comprehension skill. So what does it mean by comprehension skill? What do you mean by comprehension? So comprehension is nothing but your understanding skill. So you should know that in English, there are 120 questions, right? And most importantly, it is divided into sections. It is not like your AFCAT examination. The section is just small, 25 questions. It's not like that. It has around 10 sections of 10 questions each, right? So 12 sessions of maximum 10 questions each. That is 120 parts. So you should know, like, it is an advanced version of your AFCAT examination. In your AFCAT examination, 2 to 3 synonym antonym comes. But here, 10 synonyms, 10 antonyms, 10 comprehension, 10 jumbled words, 10 spotting errors, and sometimes they have increased difficulty level to 10 homophones, 10 loan words. So you should be well versed with that. So you should understand what is the subject, what is the section which is asked, and how I can approach that. Right? So let's go with the next one. Yes. The second strategy is that you should understand the topics clearly. You should understand the topics clearly. Because in the recent times, the next video on this series will be about the important topics for AFCAT. There I'll be giving you the recent tense which has been happening in English paper. So you should understand your topic first. Earlier, there were direct questions on antonyms. There were direct questions on antonyms and synonyms. Now, they have literally changed. They have literally changed into word usage in a passage, word usage in a sentence. They are given a word, and what they have done is, the last 2 papers, they are given a word, they have put it in a sentence and asked you whether usage of the sentence is correct or not. And they have brought in something called as borrowed words, right? Foreign words, loan words. Okay. And they have brought in homophones also. So this everything comes under a single point called as your vocabulary. Earlier, they were just straight away asking you antonyms and synonyms. But now they increase your difficulty level, or they want to test more on your comprehension skill. That is your understanding skill. So they have brought in new words, and they have brought in again a new section called as match the following, where the word in one side, the meaning would be on the other side, or the usage will be on the other side. Again, this tests all about your comprehension skill. So kindly remember that you should understand the topic clearly. You should know your strength and weakness. Earlier, the topics were like error spotting. Yes, you should know where you're stronger, and you have to practice on that. Right? You should be practicing against the time. It's not that you have a whole day for writing your CDC examination. You don't have whole day. my dear friends, you have just 2 hours. So time factor also you should keep in your mind. You should know that which area I'm strong. So for that, what you can do, sir? So most important thing you can do is solve a paper. Solve a latest paper. Solve a latest paper, point number 1. Point number 2, I would say solve 2 papers. Solve not a paper. I will say solve 2 papers of latest paper and get your marks. Get your marks honestly. Get your marks honestly. Analyze where you stand. Where you stand and which topics are your which topics are your which topics are your strength and weakness. So this part you have to do it. And this you have to do against 10. Solve it in 2 hours, not take 4 hours or 5 hours. Right? So how you can solve like on the like to save time, how you can do that? Act on first come, first serve basis. Whichever the question, you know that this is correct, approach it and go for the next correct path. It's not that dwelling on the question which you don't know. Right? So work in this factor, you know your strength and weaknesses, where you stand, and what are the areas which you can know and which are the areas which you don't. Right? So what is the next strategy which you can make use of here? Work more on the previous year question paper. Here I would suggest, as English has evolved, I would say as English has evolved. Earlier they were just focusing on your, like it was a regular template. I would say till 2022, it was a regular template. 2019, I would say. 2019, it was a regular template where the questions were majorly based on synonym, antonym, jumbled words, jumbled sentences, your fill in the blanks, preposition. But slowly they started to explore the other part of English, like spellings. 2019 was the first time when spellings was brought on, your parts of speech was brought on. And down the lane from 2023 to 2025, they have brought in loan words, homophones. They started to focus more on usage of words in a given sentence. So there they are checking your comprehension skill more than your analytic skill. So what you have to do is work more on the previous year question paper. That will give you, like, there are many sources, many AI sources have come, many mock tests have come, but best part where you can learn from English is for your CDC examination is solving question paper. My suggestion, solve question from 2025 to, 2015 to 2025 your CDC question paper, as well as your 2015 to 2025 your NDA question. Solve this part. And most important thing what you have to do is you have to learn from the question paper. For example, I'll give a question paper. I'll give a question. The visiting Prime Minister, the visiting PM called, dash, I will say, dash the president. Dash the president. The options will be option A, called in. Option B, called for. Option C, called on. And option D, let's say, called up. Okay. So what would be the answer? The visiting president called on the visiting prime minister called on the president. So you know that right answer for this given is option number C. Visiting president called on the, right? Option number C is the right answer. But what you have to do is you have to learn what is option number A, what is the meaning for option number B, and what is the meaning for option number C2. So by this way, you will learn from the options. So this is what you have to do. This applies for the other part, like your synonym, antonym, be your error spotting also. Clear? This you have to do. And one more question I will just tell you. So one more question is, let's say the synonym, antonym. A word is given and 4 options are given. So you know that definitely one is going to be the answer. So what about the remaining 3? Learn it. What about the remaining 3? Learn it. And that's how you learn from the question paper, right? So work on the previous question paper, as I said, from 2015 to 2025, both for CDs and ND. Get solve the question paper booklet or go to the Xerox shop, get a printout of it and solve on the question paper. Daily, see, you have hardly 10 years, 20 question paper, 40 question papers, right? Solve one question paper a day. Keep it. You have just 60 days, solve one question paper a day and connect questions. Connect questions. Because last, if you check the next video, what we are going to talk is mostly on important topics to be you can cover for the CDS examination for English part. Before that, I just want to give a quick summary. If you check the last 2 years CDSE question paper, they have focused more on the words, vocabulary. So give a connecting to that. You have your AA coming up. Put that question in the AA and ask for more of this kinds of questions. So develop like a chain of link. Develop preparation on a chain of link method. I would say webbing method. This is my method which I follow. Your webbing method, right? And solve repeated mock test for better retention and preparation. So if you are solving a mock test today, solve it again tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I would say day after tomorrow. And if you're solving a question paper today, before going for the next question paper, give a quick revision to the question paper which we have worked out. And if you're solving a mock test now, make sure that you solve the same mock test again till you get 100 out of 100. Till you get 100 out of 100. So by this, what happens is that you develop on the comprehension skill. How do you develop on the comprehension skill? By connecting with the questions. So you have your AI coming up. So you can ask your AI, give me some more question where I can work on the same aspect and solving a repeated mock test and repeated your solved question papers. You will have more retention as well as your vocabulary being increased. And for this last 2 months, what I hardly would ask you is read more. So by reading more, you go through new words, write down in a separate notebook, revise them. Because the last 2 serious examinations have been more focused on your vocabulary, be it homophone, usage of words, and there are something called as bad words. It's nothing but a homophone. So for that, first of all, you should know the meaning of the word which is given, right? And learning from the question paper is very, very important because anything can be asked under the sun. Prepare smartly rather than hardly. Words from series in NDA question paper. And not only that, as I said, use AI to post that questions and get connecting questions. Get connecting questions or likewise questions. I would say likewise questions of that. Questions of that aspect. It is very, very important because in the last 2 CDC question paper, as said, it is more focused on the words based. So for that, you should know a lot of words, read a lot. So last 2 months, make sure that you switch off all your social media, focus only on reading. So each day, read newspapers, you will go through n number of words because in the recent times, they have been talking about the free trade of US, free trade of European and the trade deal with US. A lot of articles are coming up, a lot of new words are coming up. Kindly note on and make sure that whenever you go through some words which have a similar sound, note down, keep repeating, revising it, ask your friend, only with key revision and better retention, which help you remember words easily, right? And please work out all the question papers from 2015 to 25, your ND and CDSE, because that will give good hold on rearrangement of sentences, error spotting, fill in the blanks, your parts of speech, everything, right? So that will give you a fair amount of knowledge as well as strength to face up the other part in the CDSE question paper, right? So with this, we come to the end of the video. So I hope everyone has a separate strategy to crack one's examination, but you should have a solid strategy because once you there's something called as you should know how you can sharpen your APS spade. Once you know how to sharpen your APS spade, when you reach the battleground, it is very easy for you to hit the coffin. So one more time, I would like to suggest that whatever you do with heart and soul, but do have a strategy, stick to it. The strategy may not work on the day 1, on the day 2, but keep revising it, keep improvising it, and one day you will crack it. So just 2 months left for your CDSE exam, and my dear friends, aspirants, work on it and work on your strategy and do work on the strategy which I have told you, for once, you will definitely get success in it. Thank you. Looking forward for the next video where we'll be discussing the important topic for CDS English. Do watch that also and keep your preparation intact. Thank you. Jai Hind.